Part 1. The Hook, the Curse of the Scalded Fingers. Have you ever sat before a steaming bowl of spicy noodles, or a plate of sizzling grilled meat fresh off the embers, and felt a sense of utter helplessness? Imagine if today the world suddenly lost all its tools. Every pair of chopsticks, every spoon, and every fork. What would become of us? Let's wind back the clock thousands of years, to a time when our ancestors lived in primitive caves. Back then, eating wasn't an art. It was a painful battle for survival. The food was scalding hot, yet human hands are but mere flesh and blood. Every meal was a test of sheer courage. Our forefathers had to use their bare hands to grab meat, boiling inside massive cauldrons. The result? Blistered fingertips, agonizing screams echoing through the dark caves. They called it the era of the cooked hands. But in the darkness of that pain, a destiny emerged. A story that your textbooks never told you. A story about the birth of two powerful wooden sticks that completely changed human civilization. Don't look away, because right now, the secret behind the legend of the chopsticks will be revealed in a way you would never expect. In a tiny village nestled at the foot of a mist-covered mountain, lived a young man named a-loc. When people talked about a-loc, they didn't remember him for his hunting skills or his farming. They remembered him for his bottomless stomach. a-loc could devour an entire wild boar in a single afternoon, but he had one fatal weakness. The skin on his hands was so thin and so sensitive that even a touch of warm water would turn them bright red. Whenever the villagers held a great feast, while everyone else was aggressively tearing into the roasted meat, poor a-loc could only sit there, watching and drooling. He tried using leaves to protect his hands, but the leaves caught fire. He tried using stones to pincer the food, but the stones were too heavy and slippery. The villagers gave him a nickname, Prince Loc, the man with the stomach of a monster, but the hands of a delicate lady. The peak of his humiliation came during the festival to win the hand of the chief's daughter. The challenge was simple. Whoever could retrieve a piece of dragon liver from a roaring pot of boiling soup would marry the most beautiful girl in the region. a-loc stepped forward, but the moment his hands touched the steam, he recoiled in a panic and fell flat on his back, making the entire village roar with laughter. Overwhelmed with shame, a-loc decided to leave his home. He swore an oath, if he couldn't find a way to eat the whole world without burning his hands, he would never return. Overwhelmed with humiliation, a-loc fled the village with a grim oath. I will never return until I find a way to eat the whole world without burning my hands. But how can a fragile, weak man like him survive the deadly perils of the deep jungle? Worse, he has just blindly stumbled into the forbidden lands of a cannibal tribe, only to find himself face to face with a bizarre entity hovering right in midair. Will a-loc lose his life before his oath can ever be fulfilled? Hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss episode 2. The fated encounter on the sacred bamboo peak.